Hank Azaria is one of the best voice actors living today. We can't believe he voices over 14 characters on The Simpsons. With all those impressions, you would think it stops there. That's where you're wrong. Here we compiled our favorite impressions and behind-the-scenes videos. Enjoy! Up first, we have a legendary impression of Jack Nicholson.
All right, well, we got Jack Nicholson.
Okay, good.
Right.
Okay, so here's your
Now,
scenario.
I do the later in life,
Right.
Jack. The
Yeah.
kind of deeper, he already has done so much substances that he's on, he's getting a little tired.
Okay,
So
well,
let's do it.
here's Jack. This is perfect.
great. Yeah.
What is Jack up to?
Jack has had one too many drinks at the park.
Here's the great thing about that, Kelly. There's absolutely no difference.
We're pretty sure you hadn't seen a Trump impression quite like this one.
No, Trump's not that hard. It's not great, but I can do. In order to do it properly, you have to do this. You're fired, Larry. You're fired. This is Trump's hair.
Hank Azaria shows his range with an Al Pacino impression over the years.
All right, there's two ways to go with this. We got Al Pacino here.
Okay,
We could go early days, dog day afternoon, Al.
yeah.
Or we can go later in life.
What do we want?
Where
Which
you
Al?
Later in life.
Later.
Hooah!
Okay, Al is, he's at a baseball game.
Oh, my Al at a baseball game. Throw the ball. Hit the ball.
One of Hank's favorite impressions, Woody Allen.
Woody Allen, for example. This is not a bad Woody Allen, younger Woody Allen, but kids today, they don't know who the hell this is, and it's probably for the best.
In our next clip, Hank breaks down how to do Arnold Schwarzenegger's accent.
Very good. Also, you got to turn your G's into K's.
Right, okay.
And your V's into F's. Like, say, governor, for example.
Governor.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
But Kaffemer. Arnold will be hanging out at Venice Beach in his Speedo and,
Right.
in all his glory.
Right.
And people would go by him and go, ooh, we'd never want to look like you. And Arnold would go, don't worry, you never will.
Hank Azaria uses his impressions to get reservations. One table for Sylvester Stallone, please.
Stallone, mostly.
Right.
And I really did do this.
So you call like the eye or something? What would you say?
Yeah, it's how you doing? This is Sly. I want to come down tonight. We have a few people, nothing special. And, but maybe they're late, so my buddy Hank Azaria be coming. If he comes, just let him sit down first,
And that worked.
Wow.
Here, Hank shows his inspiration for some of his characters.
Hi, everybody. Good to see. Yeah. All right. Thank you. It's a bad Ricky Ricardo.
Motor bartender, right? Bad Al Pacino.
Hank shows us what it's like to work with famous director Mike Nichols.
He's another one I wish was still with us. He said, I want this to play like a farce, so ad-lib as much as you like in rehearsal, and we'll take it all down, and we'll keep the best of what's there, but I want you just to stick to that and not mess around on the day.
Next, we have some behind-the-scenes footage of some of our favorite Simpsons characters.
Or sewage and beverage are the same.
Yeah, I'm looking for a friend. Last name Keybum, first name Lee.
Yeah, hang on, I'll check. Hey, guys, do I got a leaky bum? Come on, look at the stools. Is there a leaky bum? Somebody check the rear. I know I got a leaky bum.
Then you probably shouldn't be handling food.
In our next clip, Hank has comic book guy Ray a hilarious umpire ejection statement.
How about comic book guy? Okay. All I heard him say was suck. Didn't hear any N-words or anything like that. What he said about 69th Street, that is when I turned around and had the guy get rid of him. I didn't know why security just doesn't do that on their own. There was kids and young girls there. And people cheered me, which is unusual in this town for me.
For our last clip, Hank Azaria shows us the origin of Police Chief Wiggum. Thank you so much for watching.
Police Chief Wiggum is an imitation of Edward G. Robinson, who's an old gangster actor from the 1940s.
Wiggum. Yeah, right, mister. An elephant just knocked over your mailbox. Okay.
And it's actually my impression of Mel Blanc's impression of Edward G. Robinson. Mel Blanc, for you kids playing at home, was the original voice of Bugs Bunny and other Warner Brothers cartoon characters.
If you enjoyed, feel free to like and subscribe below for more Everything Hollywood content.
each other.